start with the blocks. So first we'll see dynamic blocks. After that we'll see how the placement of block options, we have different options we get. Then we'll see how to save the block as a separate file if you, indeed you need it somewhere else again. So how you can use it. So let's start. So we'll go with the same example of the door that we have seen yesterday. Let me just create it first.
So you are not a,
Yeah, I hope I am audible. Okay, we'll create the door panel. So it was created on the opposite side. Just will flip it, or you can just move it, and I'll create an arc. Okay, so this is what you have created the objects. Now we have to create a dynamic block where this door opening you can show, or you can flip the objects. Like in Revit yesterday, I have shown how you can flip the doors. Okay, so I'll just select this, go to block. Over I'll see this over here. This is door one. I'll have a pick point. I'll pick this corner point. Okay, I can retain the original object, let's say, and I'll say open in block editor. Directly open in block editor. Okay, you click on OK. Now this is directly opened in the block editor. Now let's see the first parameter that we are going to see is alignment. So if I click on alignment over here, I can create an alignment line. So how does alignment line helps, and all these things will be seen. So I'll create a line over here, and you can see I have got this alignment mark. Okay, I can use this, or you can have an alignment mark at the bottom. So if you want to align it properly to the walls, I'll simply select this. I'll delete this one, go over here to alignment, pick this, and you have got a alignment mark. So I'll just close block editor, save the changes to door one, and now just see what happens is alignment. So let's say I want to align my door to this. You have to come to this geometry. So this has been written. Just come over here, enter down over. Perfect. Select this geometry, and you can see there is a mark over here. Now this aligns block to an object. So click on this. I have to come and hover over this. Can you see? It is automatically changing its angle. It is aligning. Let's say your wall is in this way. So you can see automatically it is aligning. Okay. So anyhow your line may be, or that might be your wall.
Sir, can you please repeat? Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat how to add alignment, because
Yeah,
your
yeah.
your was not audible actually,
Is it audible to everyone?
because I was unable to hear that. That's why.
yes,
Okay, yeah.
audible.
Not clearly, sir.
Sir, it is audible.
Okay. Yeah. Just check your connections. Okay. I'll just show you this one. We are clicking and we are coming over here, and I just bring the alignment point to this, and you can see it gets aligned to this line. Now how to create this? Again, I'll just double click and go to block editor, door 1. Over here, you can see there is an alignment option. So for the alignment, there should be a line which should be aligned. Okay. So this is a line that I created. So how to create that line? By using 2 points. So click on this alignment. You have to give the first point, the second point. So you can see an alignment line is created. So this way you're going to create alignment. Once you have done this, if you want to test the block, so you can just click on test block. And in this portion, you can create a line and just simply test it. So let's say I pick this block, I pick this alignment block point and just hover over this. You can see it is aligned. Now alignment can be from both sides. Okay, it is not compulsory. It will be from above side or the bottom side. So you can see it is aligning to bottom. Sometimes if you come from other side and you're trying to align it, it can align to other side as well. Okay, so you cannot tell which side it is. You have to move a little, and from that you can understand the alignment is taking from which side. So this is your alignment option. I can see over here close test block, and you can see that line is gone which we were using for the test block. Now you have created alignment. After that, let's say you want to create flip options. Okay, flipping is you want to flip through the center and over here through the center. For that you have over here parameters. So click on flip. Now I want to create a center line across this. Now to take the midpoint, what we are going to do, we are going to use that command shift right click and over here midpoint. I'll pick this one point. So it is picking the corner points. Check your snaps if all the snaps are turned on. Yeah, perfectly turned on. So it is not picking this corner point. So let's do this center and this center. So we are going to get a center line only for that. It does not pick a midpoint. Just Control Z. Don't put over here this flip option. Come to flip, shift right click and say mid between 2 points instead of midpoint. Sorry, not midpoint, mid between 2 points. Click on this. Now over here, pick this corner point. This is your second corner point, and you can see a midpoint line being created. That is your midline you are creating. I'll click over here and give over here flip state 1. And this arrow, you can just hold the grip and you can take that grip, let's say up till here. So parameter is creation is different and giving actions is different. Now what is creating parameters is that you first create the parameters over here. Okay, so if I go to test block over here, this parameter is not going to work. So even if I select this, you can see there is nothing available in this. Okay, to close test block, you can see there is a warning sign because you have not given any action. So it says no actions associated with the parameters. I have created one, so it will be flipping along this line. Now I want to flip along this line like this way, up and down. So for that, come over here, click on flip. Through the center, I'll create a line and I'll give flip state 2. Okay, and this arrow over here, I'm just going to pick and place over here. So first thing, you have created a options over here, that is flip state 1, flip state 2. That is your parameters. Now go to actions window. Click on this actions window. In the actions window, over here we have our option of flip. Okay, adds a flip action to the block definition. So I'm selecting this flip. After you select this flip, it asks you to select a parameter first. Now select, let's say this parameter flip state 1. So I have selected this. Now it asks you that which object should be flipped. So let's say I want this, I want this arc, I want this, and I want this. That is the frame. So you can see 4 objects, 2 frame, 1 panel, and 1 arc. Give space. Can you see the flip state 1 mark is gone over here, the warning sign, and you get this kind of sign over here. So that is your action created for this. Same for the flip state 2 you have to create. So go to flip option, select flip state 2. After that, it says select objects. So you can select the objects. So you can see over here the objects are there. Give space, or you can just select all this 4 and give space. So you can see one found 4 total 4 objects. Give space. That's it. It is created. So you can see two signs over here of action, this and this. Go to test block over here. So I can test my block properly. Is it working? So select this, click on flip. Can you see it is flipping? And it is flipping along the line that I created, the center line that you had. So you can see over here. Okay, this is working. Now let's click on over here this. So you can see this is also working. So now you can have your door in any directions. Okay, so it can open in any direction. So this is your flip options. I can close the test block. If you want to test it outside, you can just close block editor, save the changes, and I have this. So let's say my door should not be facing this side. You can just simply click over here and click this way. Now why this? Because see, what happens is that most of the time you will be needing mirror commands or rotate commands to adjust these doors properly. So let's say if this alignment option was not there, can you see over here any alignment option is not there? To have this aligned to this line, it will be like creating this, and after that you have to align it over here to this line. Okay, so how to do that? That is why we have over here align option. So I can just simply take it and you can see this is getting aligned now, and I can just flip it as I want and your door is created, adjusted. So that is why we call this dynamic block, because we get this easy options instead of each time rotating and making changes or just copying it, mirroring it. Instead of having this conditions, you can simply do these things. Next, again, I want to edit for the visibility option now. That is the last option that we'll be seeing in this. So we have a option that is visibility. So come to parameters, we have an option of visibility. Now in visibility, what we have to create? We have to create an opening of 90-degree, or let's say 60-degree and 30-degree. This is what we want to create. So first, this visibility options are not turned on unless and until you create a parameter. So I'll click over here visibility and I'll just place it where I want that arrow. So let's say I want the arrow over here. So you can see visibility parameter is created, but with a warning sign. So if I hover over this, it says you do not have any action for that. So you can see this is now enabled over here. Now we have to create visibility states. So I'll click on this visibility states. By default, you are having visibility state 0. I'll rename this. I'll say this is my 90-degree opening. So you can say 90 opening. I'll create a new one. So over here visibility state, I'll say 60 opening. Keep visibility of existing objects as it is. So whatever you see in the existing object, keep as it is, don't change it. Okay, I'll create a new one and I will call this as 30 opening. Okay, you can give whatever names you want. That is not compulsory that giving 90 it will open then only 90. No, these are just the naming conventions. So over here we have given 90, 60 and 30. I'll click on OK. Now once this is created, you can see right now if I go to 90 opening, it is same, 60 opening is same, 30 opening is also same. Okay, all the openings angles are same. So we have to make changes. Now if I come to 90 opening, of course this is going to be as it is. So we don't have to make changes in the 90 degrees opening angle. Drop down this, come to 60-degree opening. In the 60-degree opening, we have to make a change. But if you directly select this and rotate it, so I give arrow rotate, I'll pick this point and I'll rotate it by 30 degrees. So the opening will be 60. But what happens is that if you rotate the original geometry, if I come back to 90 opening, can you see your 90-degree opening is also changed. So we'll be not making changes to the original geometry. Original geometry should remain as it is. That is like this only. Now what I will do is while rotating, so I'll give RO rotate. Over here, I'll pick the base point. After that, you have an option over here of copy. So make copy and copy it over here 30. So I made a copy of it. So this 90-degree still remains as it is. This arc remains as it is. Now what I will do is, you're not going to make changes to original geometry. The frames are not going to change anywhere. Okay, only the panel is going to change and the arc is going to change. Frames are remaining as it is, so we don't need to create a copy of frames. You can keep the same frames for all the things, that is 90-degree opening, 60-degree opening and 30-degree opening, no problem at all. Okay, now we have to hide these things. So select this original panel, select this original arc, that is for 90-degree opening, and over here you have an option of make invisible. So click on this, make invisible. So only for this part, that is your 60 opening, it has become invisible. Okay, and remaining arc you want to create over here. So go to home, see arc over here, start, center, end, start, center, and over here you have end. So you have created this for the 60 degrees. Is that clear? Now if I come back to my block editor, you can see over here 90 degrees opening is like this, this is 60 degrees opening. So you can see the change. But if you go to 30 degrees opening, it is still showing 90. For this also you have to do the same. Copy the original. So RO rotate. Pick this point. Over here, don't directly give it. Go to copy. Now give 60. From here you give 60. The other side opening will be 30 degrees. Okay, according to that. Now over here also select this one. Select this one and make it invisible and create a new arc. Go to home, arc, start, center, end. That's it. Okay, so now coming to block editor back, 90-degree opening, 60 degrees opening, 30 degrees opening. So this is what you have created. Now you might think, yeah, we are done with over here, no problem. So when I click on touch block, I can select this. I'll drop down this. I'll say 60 degrees opening, perfect. If I say 30 degrees opening, perfect. But if I flip this, there is no change. Can anyone tell me why there is no change? In the 60 degrees also I am flipping it, but no change. But if I go to 90 degrees opening, there is change.
Sir, we have make center alignment. Just we are needed.
No, not center alignment. Alignment is same only. You have a line created at that point only. So if I close test block, you can see the lines are still there only.
Sir,
The flip
during
line.
visibility state, we didn't add the flip.
No, not about that. See, what happens is that this objects were created newly, right? This door, a panel I created newly, this arc I created new.
Okay,
Okay,
the
in this,
object was not selected at the time of
yeah, when we selected first, we
action.
selected only the four
Okay.
objects, right? This were created new. These two were created new at the 60-degree opening. At the 30 degrees opening, this were created new. So these are not added to the flip states. Now how to add this to the flip states? So come over here, right click on this, say action selection set, and over here you have to click on modify selection set. Don't click on new selection set, that will again you will have to give everything. Modify selection set, select this object, give space. So it has been added to this flip state. Again select the another one, right click over here, action selection set, modify selection set, pick this one, give space. So these two objects are added to flip state 2, flip state 1. Same thing, come to 60 degrees opening. Again you have to do the same thing. Right click over here, action selection set, modify selection set, select this one, give space. You have added this. Okay. Again, right click over here, action selection set, modify selection set, this one, and give space. Okay. So you have this added. Okay. Now let's test this. So go to test block. This is flipping for the 90-degree. Now let's go to 60 degrees. 60 degrees opening. Now you can see it is flipping for 60 degrees as well. Come over here, 30 degrees. It is flipping for 30 degrees as well. So that's it. So
Sir, I
close
have
this.
one question.
Yeah.
Sir, instead of changing its angle, can we change the can we change this to double shutter or single shutter door like that?
Yes, you can do it, but what you'll have to do is you'll have to make this one invisible, and you'll have to mirror this. Okay, are you getting the point? So you'll have to
Uh,
mirror, and you'll have to create an visibility states where it will say it is on double. Okay.
okay, that means I have to create a double shutter door, complete double shutter door,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So if you want to
That
create
is
double
what you're
shutter,
saying.
okay, I'll
Okay.
just show you. Visibility states new. I'll say over here double shutter.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now what I will do in this double shutter one is that I'll make this one invisible because I don't need frame over here. This is invisible. I'll just simply copy all this or mirror this. So go to home. I'll say mirror. Okay. What I want to mirror is this object, and let's say this object. Give space. From this center, I'll create an straight. No, you have created this. Okay, so it is a double shutter. Forget about the flip options in this because you will have to change the flip state. So flip line is over here, you'll have to make it to the center. Okay, that is again you'll have to make the changes, but for the visibility just I am showing right now. So I can go to block editor, I can set test block. Now I can just simply select this, come to visibility and say double shutter. So can you see it is double shutter door.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So you have to
Yeah,
decide.
but
So
the
if I go
size
to
of the
30
door will
degree open,
change
it is
now.
only 30 degree. Yeah.
Size of the door will change now if we make it double shutter.
Yeah, the double shutter is going to change the size of the door.
No, sir. What if we want to do within zero point 0.9 meters double shutter? If we want to
So
add.
you'll have to edit the original one. You'll have to edit that original one a lot. What you'll have to do is that instead I created this, you delete this, make this one invisible. Okay, make this one invisible and just create a double shutter door. That's it, finished of that size. Visibility
Okay,
is the
okay.
option like what should be visible and what should not be visible. That's it. So over here, if I want to show only 90-degree opening, it only shows 90-degree. This is part of invisible. If I make everything visible, so can you see over here? This also is there. This also is there at the same point. So everything is visible in this state now. So if I go to test block, can you see in 90-degree, everything is visible. You have to create the geometry there itself, but you have to just decide what is going to be visible and what is going to be invisible. I'll just select this geometry. So click on make invisible. I'll select this one. I'll select this one, space. That's it. So two geometries are not visible in the 90 degrees opening. The two geometries are one is visible in 60 degrees opening, one is visible in 30 degrees opening. So you can convert a car to a door also, no problem. Okay, just you'll make that car invisible in where the door option is there. So if you are having a double shutter option in that, let's say there is a door, so you'll just show the door, make other complete car invisible. Actually, if I come back over here and so the changes are saved. Now you can just insert the block and use it however you want. So I have this alignment option, I have this visibility option. Okay, this is there. So for the car, I'll just download show that car. I'll get that car back. Do we have the car in this? Yeah. Okay. So actually in this car you can see what how many options are there. So if I drop down this, can you see how many options are over here? So this is all created in the same block. Okay, just you have to control the visibility of it. So if I double click this and click on OK, I'll say make everything visible. So make visible. Can you see how many geometries are over here actually?
Yeah.
They are just invisible in that state. So I give escape over here and you can see I'm just changing this. Actually they exist, but they are invisible in that particular visibility. So you can see this. That's it. Nothing is the invisible option more than that. Okay, so this was about your dynamic block. Mostly these are the things that you will be needed in the AC industry. So these are
Sir,
main options that helps you to easily work. Yes.
sir, to make double door, we have to make four flip states.
No, not flow four flip states. Flip state can be, let's say, one only, because in the double door, even if you rotate this other way, double door will look same only. So only one flip state will be needed, that is up or down. Okay, because
Sir,
if you
for
do
the
flipping
angle,
like this, it will look
yeah,
same only.
like there are two panels. So for both the panels to rotate at different angles, if we have to show like both the panels are opening at 30-degree or 60-degree. So
Yeah,
how
so
many
flip
limit
states you
states
don't have
will?
to create. You have to create only one flip state for double door
Okay,
panels. Yeah,
okay.
flip state only one. Visibility will be different.
So if we keep the panel of like one panel, if we keep at 60-degree, the other one will also be at 60-degree.
Yeah, other also at 60-degree. If you want them changed, you can have them changed. No problem at all. But namings
Mm,
accordingly you'll have to do and all these things.
mm.
You can create anything. There is no indirect over there. You don't have any restrictions. You can create anything. As I told you, a door can be converted to a car also with this visibility option. So over here only I can have a car and directly the car will be changed instead of this door. So you can create anything. There is no limitation of it. But why we choose this? Because according to the AEC, let's say somewhere you want to show 30 degrees opening doors only, because there is a less space in the corridor, and you don't want to show that by opening of 90 degrees the space will be completely occupied. You don't want to see show this. So that is why we show only 30 degrees opening angle. So this is why we use different angles of the doors and all these things. And this is alignment is easy, just to place the things. So I can just come over here, I can align to this one. That's it. But if you don't have it created as a alignment, that is a lot of problem. You have to mirror it, you'll have to rotate it, a lot of things you have to do to place only on this line a door. So let's say over here I'll select this, I'll convert this as a block, I'll say call this as door 2, pick point, give over here some point, and that's it. Okay, close block editor. I'll just try to place. So I'll go to insert and door 2. Now door 2 does not have alignment option. So you'll have to select this, give rotate option. You'll have to pick this point and then I'll have to come over here and pick this. That's it. Now let's say at any point of time you want to flip this to the other side. What you'll have to do? You'll have to mirror it. So give mi mirror, then after that pick this point and then mirror it, and they say erase source object. This is what you have to do. But in this option I have to just click on a single button, flip. That's it, done. And to place it over here, flip it. I don't want the door over here, I want to move it to this line. That's it. It creates easiness to work. Okay. Yeah, now how to save this blocks. Once you have created this and you want to be want this to be used in multiple files, so how to save this? To save this, what we can do is go to insert. Over here you have a right block option, so say right block. In this right block it will say block and what you want to save. So I want to save this door 1, so I'm picking this door 1. Now it asks where I want to save it. So let's say right now I want to save on the desktop as door 1.dwg. I'll say save and click on OK. Now this has been saved as a .dwg file. So you can see this is saved as a .dwg file. Now if I come over here, I go to new drawing. Okay. and go to the model. So this is a new drawing I have opened. In this, if I go to home and go to insert, you don't have your door one over here. So I want to say block from other drawings. So this has been opened. Now over here you can see door1.dwg because this was recent file. But let's say you don't have recent file over here. Current drawings are there, recent files are over here. Okay, and these are other drawings. So if you don't have this over here, just click on this three dots, locate the file door1, click on open, and you can save it over here. Otherwise you can save in this control panel also. Over here, can you see this panel, tool palettes panel? That is control 3 you have to press. In this panel also you can save it. So where this panel is there, actually it is at the design center. So D center or ADD you can type. Design center, ADC, yeah, ADC. So type ADC over here, and this is your design center from where actually that blocks come in. So just save in the blocks, you can save it over here, or just come back to home. Over here you can see dynamic blocks. Click on dynamic blocks. Over here you want this as an architectural, let's say for the door. So architectural metric or imperial, that says imperial blocks. So over here you can see, so you can see cars, vehicles, and all these options that are over here. So just copy that to this location and you can use it again and again. Okay, is that clear? So directly you will be getting from the shortcut control 3 and you can just drag it over here. Okay, is that clear? Okay, now other options, what are there? So while you're placing a block, coming back to this, so while you're placing a block, insert, let's say I'm placing this door. If you right click, you get many options. So you can see over here options are like what is the base point. So while placing, you want to somewhere change between the base point. Okay, so click on the base point. Now you can choose another base point. So let's say this corner, and now you can place it exactly over here. Let's say this is the base point, so you can place it. Okay, this way you can do it. So while placing only, you can change the base point for it. So let's say this door 2, I don't want this corner as my base point. I want to change it. Let's say left side you want as your base point. So right click, say base point. Over here choose this one as base point, and that's it. You're done. After that, in the insert again door 2, right click. Again options are there. Scale. Okay. So over here you can directly give scale. Now it asks you to give an scale. So let's say my original door was of 3 feet. If I scale it double, so I give it 2 and give space. So it is going to increase in size. So if you check DI, the door has become of 6 feet. So everything will be scaled. So easily you can make 3 feet door. You can have a proper scale. So if you give 1.5, the size will become from 3 feet to 4 feet 6 inches. Okay, this way you can give scale. If you give 0.5 scale, 3 feet will be reduced to 1 feet 6 inches door. Okay, so while inserting only, you can decide if you want to scale this. So I can scale and I give the scale of 0.5. So you can see this has been reduced. Now you can check the dimension di, this point to this point, 1 feet 6 inches door. So if you know the scale, you can directly give the scale, and of course the properties can work same way, no problem at all. After that, right click, you have an rotate option over here only. So you can rotate it by giving any angle. So let's say 60-degree angles. So you can see over here at 60 degrees, I can place it. So this way are the options while placement. You have to just right click over here. Okay, is that clear? Any questions or any doubts?
Sir, can we use these blocks with different units? Like we have the working here in mm. If we change, if we are working in feet and inches, same blocks will be used.
Yeah, you can use any units. That is not a problem. Right now I'm working in feet and inches, so that is why I've created everything in feet and inches.
Sir,
Yeah.
hello. How
Yes.
to download this block? Can we download this dynamic block from internet?
Yeah, internet, if it is available, you can download it. You will have to check on internet if it is available, because design center by default, some of the, you can see over here this options, these are by default given by Autodesk. So might be on internet it is available, some of the blocks may be available, so you can just download it and use it according to your needs.
Okay.
Okay.
And one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
In yesterday's session, you said about table. The CSV file you created in Excel file, Excel Excel sheet. From the CAD, you exported it to Excel.
Yeah.
And generally, the CSV file is in coordinates. So from this Excel file, can we plot the that coordinates into the CAD file?
From the coordinates into the CAD file. No, I have never tried this something. I know I have done this in Dynamo, but for AutoCAD I have never used it, so I have no knowledge about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check for sure. If I know some get something, I'll tell you. But I do generally this, that coordinate file was there. I generally do this in Dynamo. So information is imported into Dynamo from there and used in the Revit to create some kind of thing. Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
once we are making this block, can we add a stretch option to it?
Stretch option to is, you can use
Yeah.
the stretch option to this. So this is created over here. You have a stretch. Sorry, over here stretch, and you can just select what you want. So click over here stretch. So completely all the things will be getting selected, and then I can pick this point, and you can see over here the changes is not being made, because what will happen, this object is being completely selected, and for the stretch option what you want is, I'll just show you. Stretch, you have to select objects, and you know the partial selection and the complete selection to this point, and I can extend it this way. So what is coming under it partially will be extended, what is coming under it completely will not be extended. So stretch option, if I give over here this, you can see partial are those two rectangles, and this is a complete selection. Give space. Now you can see the top is going to remain the same and the bottom is going to change. Okay, but in the blocks what happen is that completely all the things are being selected. So this is a complete single unit. So if I go to I go and make a selection, the complete block is being selected. So that is why it cannot have a change on the stretch command. So you can use the scale command for that. Okay, so coming back over here, after that we have a title blocks. Okay, so over here you can see this kind of title blocks we can create. So if I zoom in, I'll say okay, and we have this title blocks over here. Okay, now in this title blocks we are going to see how to create this title blocks. So there are certain sheets, ISO sheets are there. So A1, A2, A3. So does anyone know what are the relation? What is the relation between A1, A2, A3 sheets, or what is its property? Yes, anyone knows about it?
So can you repeat the question?
Does anyone know what is the property of A0,
Can,
A1,
can you
A2,
repeat?
A3, A4? Yeah. What is the property of A0, A1, A2, A3 sheets? There is a common
Uh,
property in that.
Twice of each paper is twice. Means
Yeah.
A2 is twice of A3. A4, sorry.
Yeah.
A3 is
So,
twice of A4. A2.
yeah, I'll tell you. So, what is there is that if you're taking an A0 sheet, okay, so your length, that is your width of A0 sheet, will be equal to length of A1 sheet. Okay, this is one property. And the second property is that if you divide A0 by A1, you'll be always getting root 2. Okay, So the ratio of the sheets is root 2. So just to give an example for you, so if you divide length by breadth of the sheet, so I'll right click, I'll go to page setup manager, and over here we have different kinds of sheets. So I'll just select, let's say, even sheet. Okay, now we have this one dimension 594 and 841. This is a portrait mode. We'll have a landscape mode of the sheet. Okay, this one. Okay, so let's say 297 by 210. So if you make and length by breadth ratio, it will be always root 2. Okay, so just to check 297 by 210 and come to model, you can have an calculator. So right click, quick calculator. We have to do 297 divided by 210. So you can see approximately 1.414. That is your value of root 2. So always length by breadth ratio of ISO sheets, that is A0, A1, A2, A3 and A4. The ratio is always root 2. And the next property we are going to see. So for that, let me start creating the sheet sizes. So first sheet size is A0. The size, I'll be mentioning the size is feet and inches, because over here, if you go to RSD, right click over here, page setup manager. If you go to modify, over here for all the sheet sizes are available in mm. So you can see A3 in mm, A2 in mm. All the sheet sizes are available over here in mm. So you can just have a calculation 594 by 420. Just check what value you get. So this is the specialty of this, or a property of ISO sheets, that length by breadth ratio will be root 2. So right now I'll be creating it in feet and inches, and I'll just give the namings of the sheets or what are the sizes also. So you can take a screenshot, or in the video also you can see it again. So REC. So first sheet size is 46. So this is your A0 sheet. Okay. Now if you divide this A0 sheet into two parts, so from center I'm dividing this into two parts. Okay, so this is your A0 sheet. Let me just go to annotate. Okay, so this is your A0 sheet. Okay, the whole one. Now if I divide this into two parts, so what happens is that, see, this is your length, okay, of the original sheet that has been divided into two parts. Now the breadth, the original breadth of A0 becomes, come over here, this will become A1, this will also become A1. Okay, so original breadth that was there of the A0 sheet becomes length of A1 sheet. Okay, is that clear? So you can see length is the longest side over here. This is the breadth. So if you divide the A0 sheet into two parts, this becomes A1 sheet, this becomes A1 sheet. So now the length of your A1 sheet is the breadth of A0 sheet. Okay, this property
Yes, sir.
applies for, yeah. So this property applies everywhere. Now the A1 sheet I can divide into two parts again. Over here, divide into two parts. Now this becomes your A2 sheet. So I can just copy this. This is your A2 sheet. Again the same, this I can divide into two parts again. And this becomes your E3 sheet. And over here, if I divide again this into two parts, so line, this is P4 sheets. Okay, so this is the property of your sheets. You can try this out with and you can understand if it works perfectly or not. Okay, so this is the property that you're having. Now what are the sizes of this? I'll just write it down for you. So 0 sheet 46. Remember that this is not 46 feet over here. Okay, please remember that this is 46 inches only, 46 dash 13 by 16 inches. This is what it is. Please don't make any confusion out of that. 33 dash 1 by 18. If you want, you can note this down, or it will be available in the video for you. Now, as I told you, the breadth will become the length for A1 sheet. So I can just simply just select this, copy over here, paste it. Okay, this is how it works. You can select this, copy, so breadth becomes length for the next one. This is again 11 dash 3 by 4 inches. This will become 8. Okay, so these are your sheet sizes. So first property is length by breadth will be equal to root 2. Okay, approximately root 2, 1.41 or something values you will be getting. Second property is that breadth of A0 sheet will be length of A1 sheet. Breadth of A1 sheet will be length of A2 sheet, because we are going on dividing this into half and the sheets are being created. Okay, so these is the property of ISO sheets. So these are your standard international paper sizes. If you want to check it, you can check in the format. It is given over here. You can just right click and check the format. Is it clear or any doubts in this? Yes, anyone is having any doubts or any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow we will be seeing how to create this type of sheets. Okay, so how to create this sheet, you can see over here one of the sheets is created. So different companies have different ways of showing these sheets. So the title bar you can see over here, or the title of the sheet you can see over here, that can be at the bottom as well. Some people have only a small square over here, some people have companies logos in this. Okay, so how to add logo also I'll show. And once you create this, you can save that as well. Okay, as a block. So how this is saved as a block, you can save yours also as a block, and you can use in multiple projects for the same. Okay, so over here firm name and address, over here number, revision, issue date, after this project name and address. Now when I'm trying to place this block, you'll see one thing, that when I go to home, I'll go to insert and use this title block. So when I click over here, some kind of panel comes. Now this is known as a attributes. Now attributes are some kind of things like that is going to change, but you have to put just the values. Okay, so enter the project name, so we can have the name of the project typed over here. Enter the first line of the project, so we can type over here. Enter the second project name over here. Again you are having enter the project name. This has been duplicated somehow over here. Enter the scale, so let's say the scale is 1 is to 100, so I type over here 1 is to 100. Enter the sheet number. So over here this kind of field opens. So what is this field? That is also what we have to see. Enter the third line of the project. Enter the project address might be there. So you can see 1 is to 100. Over here if I go to enter date, so this kind of date criteria open. So what is a field also? That is also what we are going to see. And field is nothing but it takes the information that has been linked over here. So it might be your current time and date that is shown on the laptop. That can be also there. So right now if I click on OK, you can see 1 is to 100 scale is put over here. Generally we create attributes for the things that we know is going to be short and of this much size only. If you type in the scale, let's say I type a long AC over here, it is not going to fit in this title block. So generally in the attributes you are going to give such kind of things that is just going to fit in this kind of spaces only. Let's say if you want to type over here a note in this. So note is not going to perfectly fit in this column. So never create a field or an attribute of a note over here. We'll see tomorrow this about it. Okay. So that's it for today. Any
Sir,
questions? Yeah.
sir, I have asked you for doubt that was changing the textile of complete project. I was
Yes.
unable to do that.
Okay.
Can you please
Can you just share
explain?
your screen?
Yeah, sure. By clicking share desktop, right?
Yeah. Share the screen. Over the share screen option is there. Share content option. Control Shift plus E you can type. And in that you can just give screen. Yeah. Have you opened AutoCAD? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So you are in the layout tab or in the model tab? Okay. You're on mute. Can you just unmute yourself?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Sir, how can I do that? Means you said by quick properties, right?
Yeah, but over here,
Select.
this file doesn't seem. Yeah, you can select it. Right. Okay. Just right
Uh,
click and go
yes.
to quick select. So
Yes.
are this all in the same layer that you are
Yes,
having?
they are in. Yes, yes, they are in text layer.
They are in text layer.
Text
So
layer.
click
Yes.
on layer. Click on layer over there. Down, down.
Okay.
Layer.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Equals and go to value.
Okay. Value.
And over here, select the text layer.
Okay. Wait. Yes. Selected.
Okay. So okay equals. Yeah, perfect. Click on OK.
Okay.
Okay. Just give me a second.
Oh, sorry, it is an SB text. Sorry, sorry, sorry. No, I want to change it. No, right. It's in text.
Yeah, it's in which layer? Just
Text,
select
text. Yes, yes, text.
in
I'm
the text.
selected then.
Okay.
Can I
So
repeat that again?
yeah, but you should get that option because it
Or
quick select.
uh, can you do this by selecting similar?
You can do by selecting similar. but
Yes.
let's see if everything will be selected over there.
Yes, because it is selected by
Okay,
selecting everything. Yes.
okay, perfect. Now go to annotate tab.
Yes.
Over here you are having a type. Okay, over the quick option, right side, go to right.
Um,
No, no, not extreme right. In the dimensions window,
okay. Quick.
no, no, no. Above that, just click.
Okay. Dimension style.
Yes, click on it. No. Uh, Go to the Arial option where Arial is written. Okay. From here, you can choose which type you want over here. A
Uh,
textile which you want commonly.
uh, Sir, actually, I tried that. It is my text is in MSUI Gothic style, right?
No,
I
that
have
is
to
your font style. That is your font
font.
style. That is not the style.
Okay,
Text style is something different and font style is something different. Textiles you can see on the style button over there. Can you go to style over there?
okay, wait.
Left corner. Select one.
Yes,
Yeah,
right. Where?
yeah. Drop down this. Why arrow it is not showing? Okay, it is not showing for you. Okay, what you can do is just send me this file. I'll show you tomorrow how this works.
Okay. Sir, and how to change the font? Can you tell me that also,
Double
please?
click, double click on it.
No, no. For means, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have to change the font of entire model in Arial.
You want to change it in Arial. So you can do all
Yes.
these things with the help of manage textile only. So in the textile, you have to
Okay.
create your own textile. Okay.
Okay.
So create the
Okay.
textile that you want. In that you can give settings of height. You can give settings of what
Here, right?
other things
Manage
you want.
textiles.
Yeah, manage textiles. Yes.
Yes. Then
Say new. Give a name that you want.
okay. Okay.
Okay. Now give the font name what should be there for it.
It is already there. Regular. Okay.
You want Arial only. Okay.
Okay.
Regular. Height can be the same. You can have. Later on, you
Uh,
can change the heights. No problem with that.
okay. Apply or set
Yeah.
current.
Apply. You can have apply and set current.
Set current. Okay.
Okay. Now just do for one thing. Okay. You have done this. Cancel this textile. Close it.
Close.
Yeah. Close it.
Yes.
Just select one text.
Okay.
Go to that Arial option that you see above.
Yes.
Drop down that. Yeah. Go and see where is G option that you created right now. So can you see G over there? Yeah.
Uh,
It has gone above. In the middle it
okay.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. Select that G and you can see you have given that text height and all this thing. According to that it has been changed.
Okay. If I select similar,
Okay.
means if I select all the text,
Yeah,
it
you
will
have
be
to
applied
select
to
all the
all.
things. Yeah,
Okay.
you can select all similar and just change that text style. That's it.
So why quick property is not working? Can you please tell? Because
Yeah, quick select property actually it should work for you. I don't know. Just send me the file, I'll check it.
okay,
Okay.
sure, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Sir, by doing this, the font of entire project will change.
Yeah, entire project you can change. You have made an selection of entire project, right? So you
Hmm.
have selected all the text in the project and you're changing its text style. So it will change.